Okay, good day everyone. How are we doing? Trust we are all having a great day. So, I hope we all enjoy our weekend and happy Easter to all my Christian brothers and sisters out there. So, real quick, family, I want to reveal to us guys what I'm looking at for the coming week. So, I don't really want to make this video so long. Let's get started. So, as you can see on my screen right here, this is Europe USD chart. So on Europe USD, what I'm personally looking at, I'm looking at to go long irrespective of the market structure. As you can see, let me quickly reveal to us guys what I'm actually saying. So we can see we have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, right? Higher high, I mean, right? So what is our next anticipation, right? Is to see price create a new higher low, right? So this is what I'm really anticipating on Europe USD. I'm expecting that new higher low to be formed, and this is where I'm looking to, start looking for a buying opportunity once my entry model actually showed up. I'm really looking at price should really sell down to this demand zone right here. Once price sell down to this demand zone, I'm not just looking to go aggressively actually, because what will really make my trading idea a sound trading idea is actually waiting for another confirmation on the lower time frame to confirm that this higher time frame buyers will really hold. Though the higher time frame buyers from the monthly time frame to the weekly time frame on Europe USD is bullish. So Europe USD we should see more buys on the market more than the sell, right? But because of I have this demands on the loan does not mean I should start looking for a buying opportunity even when the overall bias is bullish from the higher time frame. So what I will be personally waiting for right here is to see price coming back, mitigating off this demand zone right here, breaking short to the higher time frame, breaking short on the lower time frame. I mean, in order for me to start looking toward take this market long, targeting those, you know, intermediary structure, right? Targeting those internal structure, right? And we have this week high right here, which I'm personally looking for a targeting also. So the reason why I'm really looking at price to really sell down, if you can look at our right hand side right here, we can see we have this form of imbalances in the market that price can potentially come back and fill, right? We have those imbalances right here. And we have this last before the up move candle that we can see the left unmitigated. We have this last before the up move candle that they left unmitigated, and also that candle is actually aligning with this imbalance, which those kind of zones are very high probably that price can probably come back for a mitigation. So my expectation is to see price come back to this demand zone, mitigate, then we start looking for a lower time frame change of character, then I start looking for that buying opportunity targeting this week high. So on the other hand, if this demand zone right here fails to hold price, then probably I'll be looking at this demand zone right here. Because if you can take a look at our left hand side, you can see all those zones right here has been mitigated, right? All those zones right here has been mitigated. This one has been mitigated, and the only zone that has not been yet mitigated right here, and actually caused price to really move aggressively was this candle right here. This last before the up move candle. You can see this demand zone right here that really caused this aggressive move. We can see how price fails to come back and respect that demand zone, and price keep buying up. And also we have a break of structure right here. That price, actually take out this previous higher high, and probably our next expectation is to see price coming back to this demand zone for a mitigation. But we can see that price really continue buying to the upside. So there was no opportunity that price would really drop down to this zone right here, which you know probably with our understanding of the bank orders, probably this candle right here would be a very large drawdown, which is the institutional order. So potentially we can see the institutions coming back to really closing their gap of their position, the 50% or the open of their position in order to start going up, right? In order for that massive buy to start happening in the market. So probably if they take out this low right here, that would be a kind of form of an inducement. So once they confirm this zone right here, I'm not also looking to go aggressively. I will be waiting for a confirmation. That's if this demand zone right here fails to hold price. That's if this demand zone right here fails to hold price, and they break through this low right here. This will be my next expectation. Right? Price you get here, then I'm still long on EU. Right? Price you get here, give me another confirmation, then I go long on EU. And let me show us guys the overall buyers, right? The overall buyers on Europe USD, probably this is our next targeting, right? This is our next target high. This is our daily week high. So whatever we are doing right here, we are doing in between the daily time frame range, right? We are doing whatever we are doing right here is we are doing in between the daily time frame range. So this is our daily time frame point of interest. We can see how price, we expect that daily time frame demand zone and actually break to the upside. We have our first break here, we have a retest, we have a break again. After this break, like I said to us guys, we did not really see that pullback that actually mitigated this unmitigated old demand zone, and price keep buying up. So market can do something like that, right? It is normal. Sometimes we miss our zones. You have to accept that it is normal in the market. Sometimes not all the time price will really sell down to your demand zone. Sometimes your zones will get missed, right? So probably if this zone right here fails to hold price, that is what I will be looking at next. Price should really sell down to this demand zone. Then I look for my entry confirmation. Then I take this market long. And the reason why I'm looking at this area right here is because this zone which I actually highlighted really really makes sense to me, and it's also aligned with what I personally look out for when looking to highlight my areas of interest. So I'm not that kind of trader that because we saw a very clean demand zone or a clean supply zone, then you start marking them out, right? No, you have to have a story behind the area where you're looking at for targeting, which I'm not really here to share with us guys. I'm just here to reveal to us guys what I'm actually what I'm personally looking at for the market to actually present to us tomorrow. And once the market give us the opportunity, um, once the market give us the opportunity, in order to take advantage of, we are really really expecting. That is when we start looking to take advantage of the trade idea, right? So the reason why I'm looking at this area here, like I said, I'm not gonna reveal to us guys, but right here, this area of interest here really, really makes sense to me, and it's also aligned with what I personally look out for, when looking at to highlight my areas of what area of interest, especially demand or supply zone. And if let me give us a little insight on this, you can see last down move before the up move. You can see this is the only candle that they left unmitigated, because if you look at our left hand side, you can see that this other block right here has been mitigated. If you look at this other block right here also has been mitigated. So this is the only what other block that price has not yet mitigated. So our expectation is, if price did not really respect this demand zone right here, they should probably come and induce people that are buying from here, right? People that are buying from here, they should come back and induce them. Once they induce them, when I see a mitigation off from here, then we start looking for our buying opportunity. So this is what I'm looking at on Europe USD. Then let's move to the GBP USD pair. It's the same thing. We all know that those two pairs correlate, right? They correlate. So whatever I'll be seeing on GBP USD, the same thing I'll be seeing on Europe USD. So look at GBP USD. Let me take us guys to the 4 hours time frame so that we can see what I'm personally looking at on GBP USD. I really love the idea I'm seeing on GBP USD, and it really makes sense to me. So if price will really deliver to us guys just the way we really really expect, price will really deliver to us, probably there is no reason for us not to make money, right? There is no any reason for us not to make money. So let this load. Don't know why this is really, my network is kind of slow right now. Let's wait and see how. Let's go like this. Okay, let's use this. So this is GBP USD. So let me quickly show us guys what the daily time frame is really really printing out. So can we see GBP USD? Probably I was really looking to sell down from here. That was as for last week, but price really check out this high, which is absolute normal, right? Which is absolute normal. We have this high right here that was broken out. So that totally shows that this is our what strong low, this is our weak high right here. So our expectation is to see price form this lower low and a new low higher high, right? So this is our expectation. This is my daily time frame areas of interest. So let me quickly show us guys the 4 hours time frame, what I'm personally looking at for tomorrow. So on GBP USD, we can see the same thing like I said to us guys, what I'm seeing on Europe USD, the same thing on GBP USD. So we can see the order flow from this 4 hours time frame. We can see how price is really delivering to us this clean order flow of higher high and higher low, higher high, higher low. So what's our next anticipation is to see a new higher low being formed, then we'll continue bullish, right? If price will really deliver to us guys just the way we are expecting, because for no reason price will really keep being high because the overall bias on GBP USD is bullish. So what we should see more is more buys, right? But if price decide to take out this low right here, it's still fine, right? It's still fine. If price take out this low right here, we can look for a pullback, then we'll start shorting the market to our daily time frame supply. But I'm not just looking at price breaking this low, then I started waiting for that pullback. I'm still long on EU because if you look at what happened right here, we have how look at how price really move aggressively to the upside. After price move aggressively to the upside, we can see when we're really looking at this trade idea, this is our potential area where we're looking for mitigation, which we can see price did not really get back to that demand zone, and price really went away from that demand zone and formed this new higher high. So what I'm really looking at is if price will, if this demand zone right here will fail to hold price, if this demand zone right here will fail to hold price, then probably I should be looking at this next demand zone right here. Then I will confirm this demand zone on my lower time frame, then I start looking for another buying opportunity, targeting all those high right here, right? All those weak high, because probably if we get an entry here, probably this will be a weak high, and as you can see right here, we have a bunch of dynamic liquidity that is being built up. Some people call it trend line liquidity, whatever you feel like calling it. Right? We have a dynamic liquidity that is being built up right here, which we can really expect price should really come from. Right? That is after price mitigate of our point of interest, give us that lower time frame confirmation. Once they confirm our area of interest, that is when we start looking forward that buying opportunity. And if price break this low right here, right? If price break this low right here, I will be looking at this next demand zone right here that they left unmitigated. And let's take a look at how price really move aggressively right from this last before the up move candle. Can we see this large candle that actually come with large volume in the market, that price really move aggressively after this last before the down move. Look at how price really move aggressively. And this kind of area is a very nice area. Number one, we have an engulfing, this last candle, this last before the up move candle, this bullish candle, we can see that we probably engulf this demand zone right here. We engulf this demand zone right here. And like I said to us guys, I will not be really revealing to us guys what I personally look at for when looking at to highlight my area of demand or supply zone, because that's private to me. If you really want to know the reasons why I highlight my areas of interest, if you want to know my confluences, on in my areas of targeting, what I personally look at for when looking to highlight my supply or my demand zone, you can kindly send me a DM, and I will take you through that, right? Because I'm not gonna reveal it to us guys here. So we have this aggressive push to the upside, which really makes sense. But price fails to come back and mitigate off that candle, which we all know that any institutional candle has not been yet mitigated. There is a lot of orders that is resting there, right? There is a lot of orders that are resting there. So potentially, what we should look at for next is free price coming back to this demand zone right here. That's if this demand zone right here fails, right? That's if this demand zone fails. That's what we'll be looking at next, right? We're looking at this next demand zone, waiting for another confirmation in order for us to start looking for our long opportunity. But if price decides to really take out this low right here, there is no problem, right? There is no problem with that. There is no problem. I'm not wrong, right? All I do in this market, I want us guys to understand that it's a probability game, right? It is only when my confluences, what I'm actually looking at in the market, actually presents itself to me, then that is when I will start looking for trading. So if right here, if price retraces back to this demand zone and fail to give me my confirmation and break through this low right here, it's still fine. I'm totally on the safe side. That's just the reality. I'm totally in the safe side because that totally shows that I was wrong about this trade idea, right? I was wrong about this trade idea, and and price did not even like give me any opportunity to even look at to risk my money on this particular trade. That's if it's a normal thing, right? If price break this low, it's a normal thing. That's very awesome. That totally shows I'm wrong because I know that there is a lot of traders that once their demands on or their supplies on fails to hold price, that they started getting depressed. They started getting depressed for no reason. Instead, you should look out for the next thing you should do in the market. You start getting depressed, like why your demands are not holding, why your supplies are not holding. You have to understand that whatsoever you are doing in this market is a probability game, right? Whatsoever you are looking at is a probability game. So it is only the market that has the final say. It is only the market can decide what they want to do, right? All you do is observing the masses and doing the opposite. All you do is what? Observing the masses and doing the opposite, then allowing the market to do the rest. right? Then allowing the market to do the rest. So as you can see, these demands on right here look very very perfect. It's totally aligned with what I personally look at for mitigation. Like it's, it's a very high probable area for me to look at for my mitigation. It's a very very nice area for me to start looking for a mitigation. But if price decide to break through this demand zone, it's still fine, right? It's still fine. So this is my trade idea on GBP USD, but let me show us guys what I'm currently looking at. Like, I know this is not something that I'm supposed to do because I don't usually do it. I don't like do a sell to buy. I always go with the trend of the market. If you're on the bullish trend, I am only looking for a buying opportunity. If you're on a bearish trend, well, I'm looking for only selling opportunities. So all those idea of sell to buy, it doesn't really make sense to me. And you guys will be like wondering why did I highlight those areas? Why I'm saying that I don't do a buy to sell. Why we all know that there's some traders out there that once they analyze an area of supply like this, they start looking for an opportunity to sell to buy, to start longing the market and shorting the market at the same time, right? When we're in a bullish trend, this once they highlight a supply zone, that is where they started looking for shorting the market before the long term buy. But I don't personally do that because that's totally rubbish to me. Trust me, family, that's totally rubbish to me because what's the essence of trying to like catch the sell to buy where meanwhile you know that we have a very big move that is coming your way that once you have patience and it delivers to you just the way you are expecting it to deliver, you are going to make massive outcome out of that trade. So trying to like do a sell to buy, there's a lot of risk on it, and it doesn't really make sense to me, right? It doesn't really make sense to me. So I prefer going with the trend of the market. But on this scenario right here, I love what I'm seeing on the 1 hours time frame, or on the 30 minutes time frame. I mean, I love what I'm seeing right from here, which I'm gonna show us guys by a conference. And the reason why I'm looking to look for this short is because of these imbalances that we can see right here. We have this imbalance that price can really really potentially come back and fill, right? If probably, right, price should really come back and fill up those imbalances, which they look very very clean. Price should really really come for them. So let me go back to the 30 minutes time frame. So the 30 minutes time frame, let's look at how price is really delivering. All right, let's look at how price is really delivering. Remember, this market is, we have to understand that price is fractal, right? We have to understand market is fractal. Whatsoever you can identify on the higher time frame, it's the same thing you can identify on the lower time frame. You can decide to start up your analysis from the 4 hours time frame. Plan your trade on the 30 minutes time frame. It all depends to you, right? So let's assume right now we are planning our trade from the 4 hours time frame, right? Probably then we are looking at our overall bias from the 4 hours time frame, and probably we all know that price is contracting right now. Price is trying to form a new higher low on the 4 hours time frame. Probably what we should be seeing on the 1 hour, 4 hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes time frame is a form of what? Lower lows and lower highs, right? That is this is where understanding of multiple time frame analysis really, really come, because if you don't really understand multiple time frame analysis, you're not really going to get what I'm trying to explain to us guys right now. So with the understanding of multiple time frame analysis, that is where we really really understand what I'm trying to teach us guys right here, right? So right now we have this our H4 time frame swing high, right? Then what are we seeing? We can see how price was delivering, putting on this higher high. Then we can see how price breaks shorter to the downside. We have a pullback, right? We have another break. We have a pullback. We have another break. We have a pullback. We have another break, right? So my next probability that I'm looking at is to see price continue going lower, right? Is to see price continue going lower to our what H4 demand zone, and for price to really come back for those imbalances right here. You can see these imbalances that price really really left on, right? You can see these imbalances, which we all know that imbalances are areas of inefficiency, and they are area where there is no order in the market. So price will probably come back and will fill up all those orders that are not here, right? So there is a high probability that price can really come back and fill up those imbalances. So what I'm currently looking at right here is to see price, since we have delivered this new lower low right here, since we have delivered this new lower low right here, since we have delivered this new lower low and we have this new lower high. So this is our trading range right here. What I'm expecting to see next is as the market is about to open, I'm not looking to go aggressively, just like where I place this limits right here, this selling limit. I'm not just looking to go aggressive. Let me keep it like this. Looking at this left hand side, we can see that this zone right here has been mitigated, right? So the only zone that has not been yet mitigated was this zone right here. And before that move to downside, we can see we also grab liquidity to the upside before that down move, right? So this is a very, very nice area of interest. We have a grab of liquidity before the down move. So that also shows that this is a bank candle that is currently in drawdown, which the institution can potentially come back and fill up the 50% or the open of that candle. So let me do this. Let's highlight where the liquidity was grabbed. So what I'm expecting next is price should really continue going with this current order flow. As we all know, price is factor, right? Let price continue going with this order flow that they're actually bringing out, right? I want to say this, right? In order for me to confirm this, this is what I want to see. I want to see another shift in structure. That's like a fractal confirmation, right? I want to see a shift in structure, maybe on the 5 minutes time frame. But if it's totally show, if the breakout structure showed itself on a 3 minutes time frame, and it really makes sense to me, I'm going to take my position right from the 3 minutes time frame. But the time frame that I'm so interested in seeing this change of character is the 5 minutes time frame, because honestly, I can't lie. I know that all the time frames work together, and the same thing I'm seeing on the higher time frame is the same thing I see on the lower time frame, like the 1 minute, the 3 minutes time frame. They are all the same. It's the same price action. But I can't lie to us, guys. I don't really like the 1 minute time frame entry. I don't like the 3 minutes entry, 3 minutes time frame entry. I personally take my entry from the 5 minutes time frame, 15 minutes time frame, because those are the time frames that make a lot of sense to me. So once I would really love to see that break of structure on the 15 minutes time frame. Sorry, on the 5 minutes time frame. Once I see that break of structure on the 15 minutes time frame, that is where I will start looking to short this market to my 4 hours time frame demand zone. That's where I will start looking to short this market. Just where I drew it here. If it actually happens to if the price actually delivers to us, guys, just like the way I drew it here, this is what will really allow me to start looking for that short position. Right? This is what will really allow me to start looking for that short position, targeting all those imbalances, and targeting this overall area of my interest, which is a 4 hours time frame demand zone. Right? So this is what I will be personally watching on GBP USD as the market will be open in a few minutes time. Let's look at that. In 45 minutes time, this market will be open. In 45 minutes time, this market will be open. So this is what I'm currently looking at, family. This is what I'm really looking at. So it's pretty simple, family. It's pretty simple. Like, I want us guys to really understand that trading is a repetition of one thing, like every day. A repetition of one thing happening over and over and over and over again. So there is nothing new right here, right? All you just need to know is have all you need to understand is understand the order flow of the market, understand your supply and demand, and have confluence behind it. Have a reason why you look at them as your areas of supply and demand zone, and know your trading range where you are actually looking to plan your trade, and also understand higher time frame analysis, which is some people call it top down analysis. Then move lower to the lower time frame where you personally look at to plan your trade. Whether you're a scalper, whether you are a day trader, whether whatsoever kind of trader you are, right? You make sure you have a bigger time frame bias in order for you to start looking for a lower time frame, trade idea. So this is how pretty simple I keep it to myself. Like you can see, there is nothing complicated right here. This is how I personally plan my trade. And once what I am planning, right? Once what I planned actually showed up to me, then I take my shot. I don't care, whether it's loss or it's a win, right? Because as long as I planned it, and price delivered to me what I'm expecting, and I go into that trade and I took a loss, trust me, family, it is a normal loss to me, right? It is a normal loss to me. The only time that the only time that the loss not the only time that the only time that that loss not the only time that that loss is not a normal loss is when I break my rule, or I did not follow my trading plan, or I am trying to trade with my emotions, or I'm trying to trade with this kind of belief of why someone is trading, why me I'm not trading. or like all those kind of things. I know there's a lot of other out there that are really making this kind of mistake, which you should really shift your mind from that, right? I want you guys to understand that you focus more on yourself. Have what you look at in the market and believe in yourself and believe that whatsoever you're looking at can probably happen in the market, and once it happens, there's no reason for you not to take advantage of it. And so that is how I also keep it simple to myself. So once this idea showed up, I'm taking my shot regardless of what will happen next in the market. And it is really simple. You have risk management, right? You have risk management, and risk management will really guide you through, right? Risk management will really guide you through to prevent you from blowing your account. And it's risk management will actually also allow you to scale up your account, with a very good risk to reward. Once you get the opportunity to get into a trade, and maybe if the trade does not go your way, it still prevents you from taking so much loss in the market. And it is just like that, right? It's just like that. So you really need to understand this simple concept. Like, trust me, from like I look at trading as a very fun game. Trading is not really complicated. Trust me. The only time it becomes complicated is when you really complicate it and you really fail to follow your rules. That is when trading becomes so complicated, and you find yourself on the wrong side, and you keep taking losses over and over and over again. So this is the only two pairs that I'm looking at. I have like two pairs because I trade only four pairs in this market. So I don't really reveal the two. So the only pairs that I personally reveal to us guys is, if you have been watching my videos, you know that I only reveal GBP USD and Europe USD. Those are the two pairs that I personally reveal to us guys on this channel. So like I said, I don't really want to make this video so long. Let's go and let's wait for the market to open and see what will present what let's see what the market will really present to us guys. So we all should follow our trading plan, and we should all make sure that we stay disciplined, and don't trade with your emotions, and always wait for what you are looking for to play to show up in order for you to execute your trade. And don't trade because someone is trading, right? Don't trade because someone is trading. This is very important. Don't trade because of someone is trading. Always wait for your own setup to show up before you start looking for any further action in the market. So this is what I have for us guys today. If you really love the idea, you can go and share. You can go and add it to your watch list. But if you don't really like this trading idea, it's still cool, right? It's still cool. Everyone have his own choice, right? Everyone has his own choice. So if you don't like the idea, it's still cool. You can go sit down and look at your chart, and actually come up with your own idea. Let's sit down and watch let's sit down and watch what the market will actually play out. So peace out family. I'm saying a lot already, which I really love talking. So peace out family.